Have you ever asked yourself, what does it really mean to be a high-value person? Before we dive deep into this, take a moment to answer this question. Your thoughts on it are important to us, so make sure to check it out and share your answer. I want to hear from you, and your input truly matters to me. I've also pinned the question there for you to reply directly. Let's get the conversation going and grow together. Now, let's get into it. Sign number 1, you stop judging people for their looks. First, you stop judging people based on their appearance. You stop looking down on someone because they're different from you. And when people speak their minds, even when you don't agree, you let them. Why? Because you've come to understand that conversations about people, about tearing others down, no longer interest you. You realize that focusing on growth, on ideas, on what really matters, is the path forward. High-value individuals see beyond the surface. They understand that true worth is not found in someone's outward appearance, but in their character, their heart, and their actions. You begin to appreciate diversity in thoughts, backgrounds, and perspectives. By doing so, you build deeper connections with others based on mutual respect and shared values. You learn to seek common ground rather than differences, knowing that this is where true understanding is born. Your circle may change, and you may find yourself gravitating toward those who lift others up rather than tear them down. Instead of passing judgment, you offer empathy, and through this, you grow into someone others admire for their depth, not just their words. Your perspective shifts from judgment to curiosity, and in this process, you open doors for meaningful relationships, ones built on authenticity and mutual respect. Sign number 2, you're punctual and committed. Second, you start showing up on time, every time. People recognize you for your punctuality, for your commitment. When you say you're going to be somewhere, you're there. And when you leave with the same discipline. High-value people know that time is their most precious asset, and respecting others' time is a reflection of the respect they have for themselves. Being punctual shows that you are reliable, dependable, and that people can count on you. It demonstrates that you take your commitment seriously and value the relationships you build. Over time, people begin to associate you with discipline and professionalism, qualities that naturally attract trust and respect. You no longer make excuses for being late because you understand that being on time is a sign of integrity. You recognize that success in life often comes from showing up consistently and doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. A commitment to punctuality is also a reflection of self-discipline. It shows that you prioritize your life in a way that respects your goals and ambitions. You understand that every minute counts, and each time you show up on time, you're building a reputation that will carry you through life, professionally and personally. High-value individuals lead by example, and punctuality becomes a core part of who you are, embodying the discipline needed to succeed in every area of life. Sign number 3, you disagree with grace. Next, you realize that disagreeing doesn't mean disrespecting. You can sit across from someone who doesn't share your point of view, but you don't raise your voice, you don't lose your temper. Instead, you listen. Because true strength isn't in overpowering someone's argument, it's in understanding it. You know that respect isn't earned by the loudness of your voice, but by the calmness of your mind. High-value people understand that every disagreement is an opportunity to learn, grow, and expand their perspective. You approach conversations with the mindset of curiosity, asking questions to truly grasp the other person's point of view, even if you don't agree. You also start to see conflict not as a threat, but as a chance to build bridges and foster understanding. Instead of trying to win the argument, you aim to find common ground, to reach a mutual respect that benefits everyone. This approach to disagreement strengthens your relationships and showcases your emotional maturity. You also begin to realize that in moments of conflict, silence can be more powerful than words. Your ability to stay calm in the face of opposition sets you apart as someone with self-control and maturity, someone who values peace over being right. High-value people don't need to shout to be heard. They let their actions, their poise, and their wisdom speak for them. Sign number 4, you build people up. You've also come to understand that encouraging others doesn't take anything away from you. In fact, lifting people up makes you better. You start recognizing people for their efforts, not just for their results. A high-value person sees the journey, not just the destination. They know that greatness isn't born overnight, and they're not afraid to tell someone, "I see your work, I see your effort, keep going." When you build people up, you're creating an environment where success multiplies. You realize that when you celebrate the wins of others, no matter how small, you're contributing to a culture of positivity and growth. High-value people are secure in their own accomplishments, and they find joy in watching others succeed. You no longer view others as competition, but as allies on the same journey. You understand that success is not a limited resource, and there's more than enough to go around. By lifting others, you're lifting yourself. Encouraging others fosters a sense of community and support that in turn makes you more resilient. You start to understand that everyone has their own path, their own struggles, and by acknowledging their progress, you inspire them to keep going while reinforcing your own growth. Encouragement becomes a habit, and through this habit, you elevate not only the people around you, but also yourself. Sign number 5, you don't let others define your limits. Then there's this powerful shift. When people tell you that you can't do something, it doesn't bother you anymore. You stop letting other people's limitations define your potential. You understand that what they say has more to do with them and less to do with you. You're in control of your destiny, not the opinions of others. This is a crucial sign of becoming a high-value person because it marks the moment when you stop seeking external validation and start trusting yourself. You realize that people often project their own fears and insecurities onto others, and those limitations have nothing to do with your ability to succeed. Instead of being discouraged, you become motivated to prove them wrong, not out of spite, but to show yourself what you're truly capable of. You develop a mindset of abundance, knowing that your potential is limitless, and you're the only one who can define it. This confidence empowers you to take risks, try new things, and chase your dreams without hesitation. The opinions of others no longer dictate your choices or your path forward. You've learned to trust your instincts, to have faith in your abilities, and to rise above the noise of doubt that surrounds you. High-value people understand that their worth is not determined by external voices, but by their own internal belief system. And once you grasp that, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Sign number 6, you stand up for people. Even when they're not around, high-value people stand up for others, even when those people aren't there to defend themselves. You talk well about people behind their backs. When someone tries to tear down a friend, a colleague, a family member, you refuse to engage. You protect their reputation because you understand that integrity is about doing what's right, even when it's not convenient. This is a powerful reflection of your character, and it shows that you value loyalty, kindness, and fairness. You understand that words carry weight, and you choose to use yours to uplift, not to harm. Speaking highly of others, especially when they're not around, shows that you can be trusted, that you operate with honesty and respect. It also means you're creating a ripple effect of positivity. Others see your actions and are inspired to follow your lead. A high-value person doesn't engage in gossip or negativity because they understand that these actions only bring down everyone involved, including themselves. Integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and this extends to how you speak about others in their absence. You stand firm in your values and others will notice this and begin to respect you even more deeply. Over time, you become known as someone who can be trusted, someone whose words build bridges instead of burning them. Sign number 7, you choose not to react to everything. Lastly, you realize that while you can notice everything, you don't have to react to everything. Just because you see a problem, an argument, or a challenge doesn't mean you need to dive into it. You choose your battles wisely. You control your emotions instead of letting them control you. That's the hallmark of true power, choosing peace over chaos, even when chaos is calling your name. High-value individuals understand that not every situation deserves their energy or attention. They're selective in how they invest their time and emotions because they know their inner peace is more valuable than proving a point. You begin to develop a sense of calm and patience, knowing that most things are temporary and don't require an immediate response. This ability to pause and reflect before reacting is what separates the emotionally mature from the impulsive. It's a sign of wisdom, self-control, and a deep understanding that you're in charge of your life, not the external circumstances around you. The practice of restraint not only protects your peace, but also enhances your credibility. People start to recognize you as someone who isn't easily rattled, someone who can rise above the noise. This ability to stay calm under pressure is what sets high-value individuals apart. And in doing so, you create an aura of strength and resilience that others are drawn to. Becoming a high-value person isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about growing, evolving, and rising above the noise. If you're on this journey, if you're seeing these signs in yourself, you're becoming the kind of person who not only adds value to your own life, but to the lives of everyone around you. Remember that question I mentioned at the start? Check the comments and share your thoughts. We're eager to hear from you. And if this message resonated with you,